Okay, guys, that was awesome, right? Got to drive this thing. I wish I could have given you guys a little bit better of video. Cell phone video is a little shaky. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't stick the GoPro on the car. I don't know what I was thinking. But probably just sheer excitement of being able to drive the thing. It drives. It runs. It drives. It goes. Stops. So I drove it for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. I drove it, not far. I didn't do anything. The tune's too far out to do anything to it. The brakes are too weak. What I did realize was I never set the rear bias. So I don't know if that had a lot to do with the pedal. It just doesn't stop. So I got to bleed the brakes again, adjust the rear bias on it. There was a clunk in the suspension, but I think that's because the anti-roll bar was hooked up. I'm going to disconnect that next time I drive it, take the links out. You're not really supposed to drive on the street. Well, everybody does, but you're not supposed to. I got to change the oil again. I got to get rid of that auto belt tensioner. That thing's a piece of junk. It's jumping all over the place. I don't know why, but I ordered a manual belt tensioner from ICT Billet. I ordered some wastegate fittings because my wastegates aren't plumbed. I got to plumb the wastegates. I ordered headlight bulbs. I ordered HIDs for it because there's no lights in the front. I have the harness up there, but I didn't even have headlight bulbs, so I put HIDs in it. There's a couple other things. I got to finish riveting the tin work in the trunk. I broke 2 1/8-inch bits, so I couldn't finish riveting it. I got to put the bulkhead, I got to order the rear part of the bulkhead and put I got the package tray, I showed you, I got to put the package tray in. Do that, carpet it, go over everything, make sure everything's good. This thing might be ready to hit the dyno soon. We'll see, give or take. I got to put the wastegate dumps on, I just saw those sitting on the bench. I'm in no rush to get this thing on a dyno. It's almost February. It's January 17th or whatever. There's not going to be a track open for, at least 4 months. And we're supposed to get a snowstorm this weekend. 8-10 inches of snow. With how cold it is, that snow's not going anywhere for a while. So I probably won't be driving it. Some of those parts showed up today that I got to fix the problems I had with this. Let's open those up. I think these are my HIDs. Now with LEDs becoming so popular, these have gotten so cheap now. I get the Zen Tech off eBay for, God, I think I paid $27 for them. I'm literally gonna buy, what the hell? I'm gonna buy a spare set of these things. I mean, I have a spare set for my truck and my wife's car because they share the same bulbs. But I'll get a spare set of these too for $27. It is what it is. 2 ballasts, 2 bulbs, 2 crap harnesses. And I only had 1 brake light bulb in the back driving around. No license plate, no insurance, no registration. That's why another thing I gotta do, I gotta get it all insured and registered. I don't know what to do about insurance yet though. Because you register a 93 4-cylinder Mustang, what's this thing worth? $2,500 bucks? $3 grand? I gotta do a declared amount, but I don't want to pay $1 million either. Little box promotion. And after this got delivered today, I realized that I forgot some fittings. So Motion now stocks 1/16 MPT fittings, and 1/16. A lot of guys won't run into it, but if you're running Turbonetics wastegate, Turbonetics, wow, Turbo Smart wastegates, Turbo Smart blow-off valves, Aeromotive fuel regulators. It's a 1/16 port. They do make adapters from 1/16 to 1/8, and you can screw a 1/8 fitting in it. I have them, but they're ugly. They're junk. These are supposed to hold up well to the heat. I have to get a couple T's. I just realized I forgot to order a couple T's. I'll add that to the list. So now I can plumb the wastegates So when it goes to the dyno, we could actually not break stuff and the wastegates will open. Damn. From an extra large to a 2X, it's a $10 price difference in t-shirts. $30 for a t-shirt. I'm fat, man. I don't want to try to pay them $30. Well, ICT's got a lot of cool stuff. Anyway. Nice. Wow, that's nice. This is some thick crap. Holy shit. A lot different than what was on there before. What's nice is ICT always comes with directions. Because, I mean, half the time you don't know how this crap gets assembled. I mean, you could just tell. They take... It's good quality stuff. I really like it. Alright. Nice high quality billet. Let's put it on the car, shall we? And just like that. So this is the ICT kit that utilizes an F-body tensioner that I am now going to get rid of. Well, that was quick and easy, huh? Was that like 10 minutes to change that thing out? That's nice. I shouldn't have... I hope I don't have any more problems with that belt jumping and squeaking. Alright, next on the agenda. I went through my whole factory harness and redid it all. I think I went over this in a video a long time ago. Nothing special, it's just split loomed and electrical tape. All factory plugs and everything on it. But I just cleaned it up and got all the crap out of it that was in it for God only knows what. Now I gotta put these in and hide these somewhere where you won't be seen. I mean, we've come a long way in the past, I don't know, 20 years at H&D's. Anybody remember when they were about this big and about that thick, the bricks? Look at these things now, palm of the hand. I just like to know I can start it and it sounds badass. Well, it doesn't run that great, but E85 cold start. Alright guys, moving right along, I have to put in the package tray. This is also the same 040, is along with the rear seat delete bulkhead firewall thing. You have to have this and that if you put your fuel cell in your trunk. Just NHRA rules, try to slow down fuel, I guess, if the car were to roll. But you should have a anti-drain vent on your fuel cell where it vents out, and if it rolls over, there's a ball that drops in and seals it. But, you know, it's just another layer of safety. It's something... Fire is the thing that scares people the most. Not wrecking. Wrecking happens, but fire is the thing that scares the most. So this supposedly is enough to slow it down. You know, in time for you to get out of the car, safety personnel to get there, put it out, whatever. So I've already got the trim there to go around the roll cage. One is already installed. You can see, and you can see that I used the cut piece out and I put another piece underneath and riveted it all together. That one's all riveted in. One thing I'm going to do is rivet. Another thing I want is an air riveter after all this. I'm going to rivet the patch panel onto the backing plate. I didn't do that on the first one, and it was a prick to do it under the roll cage. So, make my life a little easier now. This way you only have to do the 3 on the outer parts, which isn't under the roll cage. One thing I did add was some foam tape all the way around to help not be so tinny. You want to be kind of straight with your holes for your your rivets. I eyeballed it for the most part. I mean, I pretty much just took a ruler and went every 3 inches and just kind of, you know, made a guess. Alright, I finished up that package tray. I wasn't going to film all of it. It gets kind of boring. But you could see it in there. It's all done. You can even see I added my 3rd brake light. Remember, it's a full street car. The last thing I'm going to do for this video is I have to finish plumbing my wastegates, and I got to finish making little turn downs. I'm not going crazy with these. I'm literally just going to take the wastegates and point them down to the ground. I got to finish welding it up, but I want to attach it to the wastegate so I don't warp the crap out of the flange. And then I have to make the lines. My fitting, the rest of my fittings were supposed to be here today for Motion Braceworks, but FedEx apparently had a winter problem today. You know, the day that didn't have any winter storms. Okay, so I got both stubs welded up onto the flanges for the wastegates. I gotta put the wastegate back on now, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna run the fittings for the boost control. There's a couple ways. I was going back and forth, talking to a couple people on how to plumb this. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can keep teeing off your solenoid out to this, but if your wastegate has 2 fittings, one on each side, you can put the wastegates in series. So you can come into this one, come out into the next wastegate. Does that make it a little easier? I gotta see if I have enough room between the wastegates to accomplish this, and if I have the right fittings. If not, we're just gonna tee it like everybody else does. Alright, let me show you what we're working with here. I got one wastegate there, the other wastegate's there. I'm gonna try to plumb these in series. That would make life easier, but we'll see what happens here. Gotta put this back on. Don't forget your fire ring. Very, very important if you want this thing to do anything. Alrighty, I got the wastegate back on. I got the dump tubes back on. The only reason I put those short stubby dump tubes was to direct the flow towards the center of the car. Mainly because, God forbid I grenade this motor and it goes out through the exhaust. I want to be able to direct whatever more towards the center of the car instead of to the tire. I also plumbed all the vacuum for it. You can see here they're both plumbed. teed up to the boost control solenoids. I am only running one solenoid right now for both wastegates. They're all teed in. Everything's good to go. Like I said, I got these fittings from Motion Raceworks. They are very nice fittings. I like these better than the plastic ones, and these are 1/16", which make it better. You want to use the metal ones near a heat source, like on a wastegate. I'll put a picture of the diagram that I use to plumb these next. It's pretty easy to follow. There's multiple ways to do it, and mine will change once I go CO2. I mean, it's not too difficult. A bunch of little stuff we did from the test drive. I've been kind of busy. My wife gave birth 5 days ago now. Healthy, great, healthy little boy. A little tired, as any parents will know. So I'm gonna finish this video up, get this edited up, and get it on for you guys. I'm gonna try to still get you out videos once a week. We'll see how that goes, and we'll go from there. So bear with me for a couple of weeks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. These are all little things that are getting to the car to get it done. I still got to put a fuel cell vent tube in. I got to put a vent in my rear end. It's just the hole in the rear. There's a bunch of tiny little things that need to get done. But I'm actually having fun. Like, I got to put my center caps on. I'm actually having fun doing this now because I've driven it. So I feel like this is a new chapter. I will probably put one more video out of stuff like this, and then we'll start a new chapter, and that will be tuning, suspension setup, corner balancing, alignment, burnouts, tuning, burnouts, ice cream, more burnouts, if you can see where I'm going with this. I just got my new sticky ickies in. I got my Mickey Thompson. I put ET Streets on it. 275 6015, and if you notice, they are tucked in that fender well. So let me finish this up, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Come back for more content. Get in your garage, work on your hot rod, crack a cold beer. Have a good night, guys.